Well, good evening everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this December the 29th, 2024. I'm hoping everybody had a great Sunday out there so far. Hope everybody has a great Sunday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video we're going to be looking at these storm systems moving across the country, and also we still have that little swirly system out in the central tropical Atlantic. Still got a cluster of showers and storms down in the northeastern or northwestern Caribbean Sea. Also some activity across Central America as well and South America also. We got an area of low pressure spinning up here around the Great Lakes region, stretching cold front all the way down into Central Florida, which brought some severe weather. We'll show you some storm reports from this afternoon and today from the Storm Prediction Center outlook in just a few minutes. Also, we got another system moving across from out of Canada, moving through Montana back into Wyoming. Also portions of Kansas, Nebraska, and Colorado region, Utah, also Washington, and Oregon State. Alright, if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like these videos, share these videos, and let's continue to get the show on the road here, folks. Alright, you can see here we got some mixed precipitation up here from portions of southeast Canada, stretching to Maine, to Vermont, to New York State, northern Pennsylvania, Michigan region, Lake Huron, and like also around Toronto, Canada, and Ottawa, Canada region as well. And we got shower activity from portions of New Brunswick to Maine, to portions of Rhode Island, to Connecticut, Massachusetts, to Pennsylvania, to the Western Carolinas, also northern Georgia, Alabama, back to Kansas, also Illinois, and portions of Michigan, also Ohio and Indiana region. And then we got more mixed precipitation up here from Wisconsin, Iowa, back over to the Dakotas, also in the portion of Nebraska, and also in the portion of Wyoming. Then again over here in Washington, Oregon State, got a little bit of shower activity there as well. Some pockets of heavy snow up here in Washington, Oregon State, over to Idaho and also Montana, a little bit in Wyoming, and also portions of eastern Wyoming and southwestern portions of South Dakota. Then we got a few pockets of freezing rain there as well through portions of South Dakota over to Iowa and a little bit in Nebraska as well. Then down here we have some critical fire weather issues over portions of West Texas and also eastern portions of New Mexico and portions of Oklahoma. We got a little bit of shower activity across South Florida and portions of Florida Keys as well. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for Monday. Alright, here's your Tuesday forecast. As you can see, we got some mixed precipitation from Maine through Vermont, New Hampshire, New York State, down into western North Carolina, eastern Tennessee, back to Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, portion of Michigan. Then we got thunderstorms and showers from New Jersey to the Outer Banks of North Carolina, eastern North Carolina as well. Then some showers from Massachusetts, Connecticut, down to North Carolina, upstate South Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, and portions of southern Illinois, and southeastern and eastern areas of Missouri. Then we got mixed precipitation over here in Washington, Oregon State, northwest California, with snow for Washington, Oregon State, Idaho, portion of Montana, stretching into Wyoming, also portion of Colorado, Nebraska, and South Dakota. We got a little small area shower down here in the west coast of Florida around the Big Bend area. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your Tuesday forecast for the remainder of the area. Alright, let's move on to the current watch and warning advisory map. You're located across the nation. Alright, as you can see, we got some mixed precipitation up here. Not mixed precipitation, winter weather advisory, for northern Maine. Also over here in portions of South Dakota, back into portions of Montana. Also Idaho, Washington, Oregon State, California, with winter storm warnings there as well in the pink, stretching over to portions of Idaho and also Montana, Wyoming, and also portions of Colorado. Then we got wind advisories up here in portions of Nevada, high wind warnings there as well. Also more wind advisories there in portions of Southern California, red flag warnings there as well. More red flag warnings also in effect for Texas, also in the portion of New Mexico, also Oklahoma, portion of Kansas and Colorado. More high wind warnings there as well for New Mexico, also in the portion of eastern Colorado, western portions of Kansas, and also portions of southeastern Wyoming. Special weather statements there as well across Wyoming. Then we got wind advisories over here in portions of Indiana, Ohio, portions of Pennsylvania, New York State, West Virginia, a little bit in western portion of Virginia as well. Also special weather statements up here in Maine, back in the portion of Vermont, New Hampshire area. And then we got some dense fog advisories up here in portion of Minnesota, portion of eastern North Dakota, also portion of Wisconsin, also portion of Iowa, and also down in the portion of Arkansas. We have river flood warnings also in portion of East Texas, Louisiana, portion of Mississippi and Arkansas, western North Carolina as well. Alright, we got the small craft advisory gale warning stretching from Maine to the Florida Keys, and then again from portions of South California all up to Washington State. Alright, around the Hawaiian Chain Island, got a few pockets of small craft advisories there. Same around the Alaska area with storm warnings in the purple, and then extreme cold warnings inland and portion of Alaska, and also special weather statements there as well. Alright, let's move on to the Storm Prediction Center overview. Alright, you can see here there's that snow and rain over in the Pacific Northwest. Here's that they downgraded to a moderate risk over portions of Ohio and also in the portions of western Pennsylvania. And then again over here portion of areas of Virginia, also North Carolina, and a little bit along eastern coast of South Carolina as well. But you can see that little line that moved through that brought severe weather stretching from up here into Pennsylvania all the way down into central areas of Florida. Even got a little bit of activity moving into Cuba and also over toward the northwest Bahamas as well. Excuse me. The convective outlook, there's that marginal risk I was talking about there. Let's take a look at the current watches. None are in effect. MDS discussion. None are in effect. Storm reports. Alright, as you can see, we had 3 tornado reports. That was in South Carolina here. High wind report, we had 75. We got some down in portion of Florida, one in Georgia, western Georgia, eastern Georgia, a lot in South and North Carolina, where a lot of the damage and wind reports was observed in this line of storms that moved through earlier today. No hail reports, so right now currently just have 78 storm reports. So right now that should be about it, but could be a few more added later on tonight. Take a look at the fire weather. None to discuss. Alright, let's move on to the rainfall totals across the lower 48. As you can see, we got some heavy precipitation in the Atlantic coastal waters, stretching portions of southeast Canada, Maine, down to Connecticut area, down towards the New York, Pennsylvania region, all the way back through Ohio, portion of Indiana, Illinois, and also down in a portion of Mississippi, portion of Arkansas and Louisiana. And then over here in the western U.S., southwestern Canada, Washington, Oregon State, Idaho, back over to Montana and Wyoming, a little bit in portion of Colorado and Utah as well. Lighter amounts in the green, but where there's no precipitation, expect dry conditions to prevail. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not already. Like these videos, share these videos, and also enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got. Have a wonderful Sunday evening, folks, and take care. And like I said, enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got.